Local sports from KYMA News 11.
Welcome back, everyone. We are 100 days out from the Olympics. Anticipation is building in many corners of the world, including right here in the U.S. NBC's Liz McLaughlin is at the canoe and kayak slalom Olympic trials in Charlotte, North Carolina with more.
Mascots, lights, and Olympic rings mark a milestone on the road to Tokyo as the countdown clock hits 100 days to the Summer Games.
It's going to be special to get everyone together to celebrate something in sports and in the world, since we've all been through these rough 15 months or so.
But the global crisis is still ongoing. Japan now facing a resurgence of cases, forcing the Olympic torch relay off public streets in Osaka today. Just the latest course correction in the prolonged journey to the Tokyo Olympics.
To have that same energy for another year, it was really challenging.
For some of the youngest members of Team USA, the delay meant an opportunity.
This extra year has given me time to get stronger, get psyched for the games.
New faces and new sports at this year's games. Skateboarding, surfing, karate, and sport climbing at the Olympics for the first time.
I can't wait for more people to be introduced to climbing as it's on this world stage.
A stage with a mostly virtual audience, with only Japanese fans allowed in person. Another blow to the budget of what's on track to be the most expensive Olympics ever. But organizers and athletes are determined to succeed.
And I'm like, can I do it again? Can I be this good? And can I repeat what I did last Olympics? And I feel like that's what motivates me.
Anxious for Olympic glory as the finish line nears.
A young woman you just saw in that story, Evie Farth, just 17 years old, made Team USA today. It was an incredible moment, and it's a lifelong dream of hers. In fact, she wrote in a kindergarten assignment that she had a goal of going to the Olympics one day. Now, before finishing high school, she's accomplished that. In Charlotte, North Carolina, I'm Liz McLaughlin, NBC News.
Meanwhile, we have a triple stack of prep highlight rewind, starting with Cibolo softball from Tuesday as Alani Ornelas and company play host to Shadow Ridge. Top second, Ornelas forces a grounder to Madison Matthews. She's got herself an arm because she rockets this to first to Delaney Ott for out number one. And then off the steal attempt to second, Kalei Taklonghari tosses the ball to second, where guess who? Matthews gets the tag out to end the top half of the inning. Lady Raiders would stay in it for the most part, but would let it get away at the end, suffering the 10-4 loss. Meanwhile, Coach Jared Lackey and the Yuma Catholic Shamrocks hosting Parker on Tuesday. That's our theme, as Meadow Harrison gets the pitching start for the Rocks. Top second, Harrison forces a grounder to Iolani Reeves, who flips the ball over the first for the initial out of the inning. And then Harrison, getting into her groove, she's going to force an infield fly right into the glove of guess who? Reeves for out number two. Now, the Rocks would get into some trouble as Harrison is going to give up a line drive, which would allow one Bronc run to score. But then the throw to home, well, it's going to get there in time to Harley McDowell for the tag out to end the top half. A play of beauty right there. YC would storm back and then some, coming away with a 14-3 shellacking. Rounding out the highlight rewind trio, Coach Kurt Fape and the YC baseball team also hosting Parker on Tuesday as Austin Priest getting the start. And he brought his stuff with him, forcing a foul ball and then throwing two more strikes in this pitching sequence to get the strikeout. We fast forward to a few plays later in the inning. Rocks in trouble. Priest gives up a deep line drive over the glove of Jonah Leone in deep center. This is going to allow not one Bronc, but two Broncs to score, but then watch the throw to third. Isaac Areza is going to get there, and the tag out. Those would be the only runs the Rocks would surrender. The offense would then wake up as they take it to Parker, getting the 12-2 victory. And less than 2 days out from the 77th bell game, the event has experienced some ticket confusion. Some concerns have arisen over the game's limited ticket allotment that allows Spartan football players to purchase 4 tickets each for family members, while Brawley Wildcat players are allowed to purchase 6 tickets each. Now, Brawley Union High School Athletic Director Billy Brewer credits the ticket decision to the current Imperial County Health Department recommendations. By current rules, only 33% of the home and visiting stands can be occupied. The ticket ratio is based on the capacity size of the stands, the home side being larger than the visiting side. And here's a look at our special spring season finale of contests for FNL. Our potential duo of games is all headlined by the 77th edition of the Bell Game featuring Central and Brawley. They aren't just playing for the Bell. The Imperial Valley League title is also on the line. We invite you to join Brando and myself for this week's action-packed season finale. We certainly look forward to seeing you then. All right, finally, U of A men's basketball hires Tommy Lloyd as its new head coach. We'll have more on that story in the coming days. We're done with this round of sports. We got more coming up right after this.